Hey everybody, Nathaniel Bungie here for TechSession with the unboxing of a very, very interesting product, essentially a 3D printer in your hand as I view it. This is used both for art and creative professionals, and this is the FutureMake Polys Q1. I do hope I said Polys Q1 correctly. That is the name of the product. The brand name is FutureMake, and as you can see right here, we have two boxes that came in a DHL bag, which I actually have to say, due to this thing shipping how it did, I love DHL now. They shipped on Sunday, on Saturday, and within a few days, this arrived at my door. And again, there's absolutely nothing like fast shipping. So I mentioned this is sort of like a 3D printer in your hand, but what exactly is it? Well, it's a 3D pen. Yes, it sounds incredibly different from anything you've probably ever heard of before, and it really is. Nothing really on the box except for a couple seals at the top and bottom, and it's wrapped in plastic too. Nice sturdy box, kind of reminds me of an Apple product, but let's just look at the back quick. And that was the box for the pen itself, but right down here, as you can see, we have the Polys Q1 refills. And this should just be a replacement ink. Nothing interesting about that down there. So we'll start with the boring package, of course, when we actually open it. And these are the multiple colors of refills that you can get. Just going to go ahead and dump those out. There's no documentation or anything. I'd assume that's all with the actual Polys Q1 itself. We will set that down. And you can see each of these packages had a little tiny color dot next to them. Kind of show you the color. We'll start with red because it looks really interesting. Just pop it open, kind of see what we're dealing with in the refill packages. And I don't know if this leaked during shipping or it's a cap that I just pulled off or something, but there's like this sticky rubber piece here. We're going to set that down and we're going to pull off the package here. And it's pretty simple. It's just basically like a cartridge. So you have a cartridge for red. Get a little number on there, probably the identification number. Looks like a hole on the back side where it might do something. And then again, this tip with that sticky stuff coming out of it's probably the resin. I probably shouldn't really be touching it, but that's what you get inside the refill pouches. But without any further ado, let's get into the main reason you are here, the actual Polys Q1 pen itself. So we're just going to grab our handy dandy box cutter here and slice open the plastic wrap surrounding the Polys Q1 box. Pull that right off. Get a nice matte finish on here. And then we're going to go ahead and slice through the two seals, one on either end. These are with FutureMake branding. Just cut, come down to the other one, and cut. And now that all the tape on the outside of the package is cut, you should be able to just slide it open and see what's inside. So if we start to shake it a little bit, maybe. Yeah, it's opening a little bit. Just try to force it open without breaking anything. There we go. So as you can see on the outside of the package, we do have the red one indicated by the red dot, but we do have documentation to get through first. Here's everything included in the package. You get your pen, you get 3 refills, a drawing board, a safety switch pin, dust-free paper, USB cable, pen holder, user guide, limited warranty card, and the standard package accessory list, which is right here. Let's move on, and maybe I will keep my breath for the limited warranty over here. Does not look like anything extremely out of the ordinary here. Yeah, there's really nothing going on there. Have your user guide. I will 100% need to read this. I don't know the first thing about a 3D pen. Continue down here. I'm assuming this is probably your 3 refills. No, this is your cord actually. So inside of your little tiny FutureMake box, if we kind of shake it around a little bit, we about knock over the camera and we pull out 3 more of these little tiny nubs that we found inside the refill kit. I do not know where I put... Oh, crap. There's a lot more than 3. Whoa. Okay, I'm missing a lot of stuff in here, actually. This is going to be like all the stuff you don't want to lose, it looks like, because you have all these tiny rubber caps, probably to seal either the pen or the refills when you're done using them. Looks like a SIM eject tool, but it's probably used to do something on the pen. That's why they included it. And then this paper here, and I'd assume that's used to clean the pen as well. Kind of wipe off the tip when you're done, maybe. We will, again, have to read the user guide, see what this all actually does, but until then, we're going to set it in a safe spot, which will be back in this box. Taking a closer look at the cable itself, this is a standard micro USB cable. Actually kind of reminds me of an Apple cable a lot. It's white, feels very like similar, I guess. The end is kind of shaped the same too. Nothing extremely special going on. I'm noting though that there is no indication of up or down to show you which way to plug this in, except for looking at the connector itself. That would obviously be kind of annoying when you're trying to plug it in, but this side is very clearly marked with the Future Make branding, so you can just go ahead and make sure that's facing up, and then plug it into your computer or wall outlet. Down here we have what looks to be one of our refills. This is a transparent one, which could be very interesting. And then down here we have a blue and white type of interchangeable. Do not know what that's supposed to be, actually. And then pre-installed in the Polys Q1 itself is another color. I'm assuming it's probably black or something. I really don't know what I'm doing here, but this pen feels really cool. It's a nice size. It might be a little bit awkward to hold after a while because it's actually kind of thick. I guess it's kind of like a cucumber, a small cucumber, maybe about as thick as a banana. I don't know. We'll call it a banana. Like a banana that got ran over but didn't get smushed. It's a flat banana. On the one end, you have your lights, which are going to be used to dry the melted plastic stuff as it comes out. This looks like one of those little rubber cap things we found inside. Be great if it would focus on that. So you can kind of see what we're dealing with down there. If we can pull that off, maybe we're not supposed to. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's just not mess with that. You can see we do have this nice red color, though, with our chrome accent here. We have a triangle button, circle button, and a wave button. I really don't know what any of this does, actually. It looks like we have a little arrow down here. That might be to... Oh, yeah. Whoa, it twists. There you go. That's how you replace your cartridge. Just pull it out, and you can see we did have red pre-installed, which is kind of unique, actually, considering we have the red Polys Q1. Right down here, we do have these pins. Those are used to make a contact with these little tiny flat plates on here. And that's what's going to basically send the signal from these buttons over to the main unit itself. Screw that back on there somehow. There we go. Get it lined up. Down here we have what looks like to be a display. Another arrow. That's not a button. A textured switch. I don't know if it's dead or if I have to do something or whatever to turn it on. We do have Future Make branding here as well. On the top end we have, okay, there's our power button actually, never mind. And then we have a flap which reveals your charging port. So if we can get that little bit of rubber back in there, we can see our Polys Q1 branding too. It's actually a pretty lightweight piece of plastic though. So, I mean, it's not going to make your hand too tired unless you're just not wanting to hold something really thick for a long period of time. I don't know if there's anything else behind this, but we should probably find out. Yes, there definitely is. We have this little W-shaped piece of plastic with Future Make branding, and this is probably what you set your pen in when you're using it, kind of just get it to sit there, I guess, so it's not touching the table rolling around. That's actually a really handy tool, or piece of equipment, whatever you want to call it, that they included. Then down here we have what is probably our drawing board, piece of plastic so you don't ruin your table. Definitely is. Has kind of a transparent matte type of texture. Again, Future Make branding with their website. It's becoming a prominent theme to see that. And that is absolutely all we have. I'm not going to demonstrate it in this video because I'll leave that for the full review, partly because I don't know what I'm doing now and I don't want this video to get way too long. It's already really long as it is. So I will leave a link down below where you can go ahead and snag one of these Polys Q1 3D printing, 3D drawing pens for yourself. Thanks to them for sending this out to me for review. Looks like it's going to be a really cool product to check out. So until next time, this is Nathaniel Bungie for TechSession, again with the Polys Q1 3D pen. See you later.